This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So before I start the session, anyone have any questions? Anyone have any questions or any doubts? Okay. So what is the URL to login in platform? Platform dot.
Platform.boomi.com.
Very good. Platform dot boomi.com, right?
Boomi.com.
So yeah, in Boomi we have a different Boomi offering different services, right? Different, yeah, different services. What are they? Integration, API management.
MuleSoft.
Okay. No, 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 no. Don't. MuleSoft is a different, guys. Don't think no. MuleSoft is a different services. See, I told you that iPass, right? iPass is a integration offering. This is a offered integration offering. In this iPass, it is a offer. In this offering, we have a different tools like Boomi, MuleSoft. Okay, MuleSoft, Celigo, like that. We have a different integration tools. Okay, it's not a service, service provided by Boomi. It is service provided by iPass. I mean, it is the offering. Under this offering, we have different integration tools. Okay, Boomi and MuleSoft both are competitors each other. Okay, both are not same. Both are designed to achieve integrations, but Boomi is different and MuleSoft is different. Both are designed to achieve the integrations, which comes under the iPass. Okay, so Boomi have different services. Okay, integration, API management, and event streams. We have event streams. Okay, we have a data catalog, data data catalog, and we have a different services, master data hub, MDH, master data hub. Like that, we have different services. Okay, so mainly we will focus on the integration. Okay, integration. And in the API management, we will not going to discuss complete API management. Okay, we are not going to discuss complete API management. What are the things is required to in the API, like exposing the APIs. Like we have different APIs, REST APIs and SOAP APIs. uh, how to consume those APIs and how to expose them. Okay, by how to create the URLs, and those only we are going to discuss. Okay, we are not going to discuss complete API management, like gateways, services, proxies. Only we will discuss, we are going to discuss how to expose them, how to consume them, those APIs, how to create the APIs, like by using Boomi, how to create the URLs, and all these things we are going to discuss. Okay, so we are not going to discuss complete APIs, and we are going to discuss complete integration. Okay, we are going to discuss complete integration in our sections. Okay, in our training sessions, so we are going to discuss complete integration and API management. In that API management also, we are going to discuss only some part. Okay, clear. Again, no, at the end of the day, and I don't come and ask, you told, no, we are going to discuss complete API management. No. Okay, we are going to, whatever what up to what extent we require to put some 4 years of experience, that extent we are going to discuss. Okay. Okay, so now URL is platform.boomi.com. Okay, platform.boomi.com. So we'll log in into Boomi. Okay, we will log in into Boomi and we will see. Okay, platform.boomi.com. Okay, I'll give the valid credentials, right? Username and password, right? Username and password. Okay, this is a home page. This is the home page. This is the home page, right? So here we have, I told you that Boomi is a integration tool. In that tool we have different services. Okay, if I click on the services, we have a integration services, we have a master data hub, API management, flow, event streams. Okay, task automation. It is a new feature. No, this is a new feature. This is a new feature. Okay, recently they Boomi's introduced this new feature. Okay, mainly we will focus on integration and API management. In the API management also we'll focus on the how to consume the APIs and how to expose those APIs. Okay, now so and here we have a different okay, if you want to go any discover, okay, if you want to find any uh, here you can see discover Boomi, any new things if you want to find or anyone if you want to see, you can see here. Okay, like no discovers what are the different solutions. If you want you can go. Okay, like it is a kind of documentation. Okay, any if you want to go to documentations or something, if you can get from here. Okay, you can get it from here. Like for example, I want to know the about the Salesforce connector. Okay, here it is going to give complete Salesforce connector, what are the different how we can achieve the integration with the Salesforce, all these things we can see. And here we have resources like documentation. See, we have a documentation. If you want to do any documentation or any support, it's a kind of support. If you want to case support or if you want to issues or if you want to get any answers, we have a support team will be there. You can raise your concerns and you can connect with the Boomi team directly by using support. And community is a kind of community where we can post our questions on, we will get answers over there, or it is a kind of community, everyone will be there and we will get a lot of documentations or questions. And you can do the trainings like certifications or trainings you can do here. And usage and billings, this is a different one. And labs is different. And settings is a kind of training account settings. Okay, so under services we'll focus on the integration. Okay, we'll focus on the integration. You can see here platform dot atomsphere. Okay, build account ID training. Okay, atomsphere, platform name is atomsphere. Okay, this is a component explorer, right? Okay, what do you mean by component explorer? Okay, integration. In the integration, so in the integration we have three tabs, right? Build, deploy,
Manage.
deploy and manage. Very good. Okay, we'll discuss these three tabs. Okay, we'll discuss these three tabs: build, deploy, manage, right? Build, deploy, manage. We can deploy, we can build our integrations, we can deploy our integrations, and we can manage our integrations at one place, that is the integration tab. Okay, so now here we can see in the integration services integration. Under that we have a build integrations, we can build the integrations, we can deploy the integrations, and we can manage our integration. Okay, right now we are in which tab? Right now we are in which tab?
Build.
Build
Build.
tab, right? You can see here. Okay, build tab, this is my deploy tab. Under deploy we have different flavors, we'll discuss each and every one. And under management tab we have different flavors, we will discuss each and every. Okay, now right now we are in build tab, right? We are in build tab. Okay, this is my home page. Okay, this is my component explorer. Okay, now I want to create. So now it is very very important now. So what you need to create under the component explorer. Okay, component explorer, we can create folders. Okay, folders. For example, here I have a different folders, right? I want to create a different folders on your name. For example, if you're working for XYZ company, while creating the account on that company name, so here that company name, this is my root folder, we will call it as a root folder. Okay, this is my root folder. Under root folder we can create n number of subfolders. Okay, so while creating this account, the root folder is creating automatically. Okay, under the root component explorer. Okay, explorer can we can create folders. Okay, we can create main folder or root folder. Yes,
Can you please repeat the
sorry.
yes. Can you please repeat that again under the component explorer line?
This is my component explorer. Okay, this is component explorer. Under component explorer we can create folders. For example, if you are working for example, if you are working on your Okay, so Amani is there. Amani is working on a Amani wants to work on a particular separately on she wants to do her work independently. She can create one folder her name under no under with her name under the here component explorer. She can do her work. For example, uh, Prasanna is there. She wants to work with no independently her work independently. She can create a folder and she can work on it. Okay, like that you can create a number of folders. Okay, this is my root folder. This is my root folder. This root folders automatically created when this account is created. When we are creating the account, for example, we created this account, right? We created this account. Whenever we are creating this account, automatically this root folder will be created. Okay, main folder or root folder created automatically. Okay, when we are creating the account. Okay, while creating the account, the root folder or main folder will be created automatically. Okay, under root folder, very important, now focus here. Under root folder, under root folder we can create we can create we can create mm, n number of unlimited, okay, unlimited subfolders. Subfolders, okay, we can create a number of subfolder. For example, this is my root folder, right? Root folder training Sweta Nayak is my root folder. Under this we can create a number of subfolders. How can we create a subfolders? Here we have a three dots, right? Click on these three dots. Here new component and new folder. Click on this new folder. Okay, now I want to create a folder on
Mohammed?
how's this? Okay, so now I want to create a folder on let's say uh, abc underscore batch number 8. I want to create a folder like this, abc underscore batch number 8. Let's say here you can see here abc underscore batch a is created. Okay, now under these subfolders, okay, one more important note point here. So we can create n number of unlimited subfolders, right? Again under the subfolder, we can create unlimited unlimited subfolders. Okay, so under root folder we can create a number of subfolders. Under the subfolder also we can create subfolder like this. For example, let's say this is our subfolder, right? This is my root folder. Okay, this is my root folder. Under this root folder we created a abc a batch 8, like a, this is my subfolder. And okay, so under this subfolder, if I want to create again the subfolders, we can create like this. Okay, xyz. Okay, this is my xyz means a folder. Create. So see here, one more subfolder is created. Like this we can create subfolders unlimitedly. There is no restriction while creating these folders. Okay, now focus here. Okay, note point. Okay, the folders will be placed. Okay, will be placed. Okay, in order. How they will placed? Okay, the order will be placed. the order will be the order will be alpha alpha numeric. Okay, see, alpha numerically it is going to be placed. For example, if you see here. Okay, uh, if you see here, so common folder is common. Okay, why abc? I will tell you why this common connection folder is on the top. I will tell you. So now you can see here, a b is the first letter, right? It is going to start with a, b, c, like h, j, k. So likewise it is going in a alphabetical order, right? Alphabetical order. For example, if I want to create my folder on the top. Okay, if you if you want create or place your folder on the top, so we need to create a folder name. We need to specify the folder name with the specific character. Okay, on the top, if you want to create or place your folder on the top, we need to give, or we need to specify. Okay, specify the hash character. This is the character we need to specify. Okay, if you are specifying this character in front of your folder name, then it is becoming on the top of the your folder. Okay, all it is becoming in the top. Okay, specify the character. Okay, here if you see here, for example, okay, I will create one more folder. New folder. So I will start with Z. Okay, I will start with Z. Okay, YX. Okay, ZYX is my folder name. Okay, this is my folder. Okay, so now basically it will be placed at the last, right? ZXY. Okay, now you can see here it is placing at the bottom of the at the bottom of the folder, right? This component explorer. In the component explorer, this is going to be at the bottom. So now I want to this particular folder at the top. Okay, I want to place this folder at the top. Now how can I do that one? Here you have a three icons. Click on this. You have an option called rename. Click on rename. Now in front of this folder name, just specify the character. Specify this character hash. Now save it. Now you can see here it is becoming at the top. Yes or no? So this is how we can create a folders. This is how we can create the folders. Okay, so now while creating the folders, we need to follow the particular folder naming conventions. We need to follow the proper naming conventions. How the company is following the naming conventions, we need to follow those naming conventions. Okay, now the root folder or main folder will not be deleted, will not be delete or move or copy. Okay, we cannot delete and move and copy. Okay, so what does it mean? I will show you now. Here, focus here. This is my root element, sorry, root folder. This is my root folder, right? So now I want to copy, or I want to move this folder to any other folders. Do you have any option to Do you have any options here? Do you have any options? No, right? We don't have any options, right? We don't have any options to move or delete or write. So for example, let's say this is my subfolder. Okay, this is my subfolder. If I click on these three icons, okay, you can see here new component, new folder, rename, copy, delete. Okay, copy and delete we have. So we cannot so the root folder will not be delete or remove or copy, but the subfolders can be delete. Okay, can be delete and copy and move means we can move folders one place to another place. How we can move? Now we can see. Okay, now we can see. So how we can, so for example, now I want to delete this folder. Okay, now delete. Here you have a delete option. So checking the folder. So are you sure you want to delete the this particular folder? Yes, say okay. Now see here, there is no longer that particular folder, which means it is deleted. It is going to be deleted. So now I want to move this particular folder. Let's say this is my folder, right? I want to move this folder to here, any batch. Okay, batch 8 ABC batch 8 is this folder is there. Now I want to, okay, I want to move this particular folder to under this folder. How can I move? Simply click on that. Okay, drag it and drop into the wherever you want to move, you can move it. Okay, drop. So the color, you can see the color. Okay, now click on this. Now you can see there is no longer ABC batch 8. So if I open this batch 8 folder, under the batch 8 folder, this folder is moved. this more folder is moved into this folder. Clear? This is how we can move. This is how we can move. Okay, now I want to delete this. Okay, copy means creating a xerox. Moving means just we are moving, we are not creating a copy, just we are moving. Now if you want to create a copy, click on this copy. Now I want to create a copy of this particular no, folder or any component. Then you can choose the, okay, that account, copy account. Okay, this is a folder, okay, where it is placed, and the where from where you want to copy it, where from where you want to copy it to. Okay, now for example I want to copy it into this particular folder. Now click on this. Now here it is, here also xyz. Okay, folder is under the abc batch 8. Okay, now if I open this Hitler, now if I open this, now you can see here again one more copy is created. Okay, one more copy is created. Clear? Now delete this one. Delete.
Pavan, instead of copying, if we drag and drop is possible?
So see, drag and drop is nothing but a moving. We are moving the folder one
Right.
to another place.
Ramo.
Copy means we are creating
Chai
the
తాగుతావా?
copy. It's a kind of Xerox. Okay, we are creating a copy.
Oh,
Okay, moving means just we are
okay.
moving one place to another place. We are not creating any kind of Xerox or any kind of copy. Just we are moving one place to another place. Okay, that can be done with the help of drag and drop. Okay, so now I want to move this particular folder into my this batch, or this folder. I want to move this ABC batch 8 is folder is there. Just I want to move from here to here. I can move.
చాలా
So
పడుకుంటా.
it's not like that we are not creating a copy. We are just we are moving, which is which we can be achieved with the help of drag and drop. So the copy can be the copy. Copy means we are creating another copy of the
అక్కడ
original one.
పడుకుంటారా పడతావు.
Okay,
Okay.
clear?
Clear, clear.
Oh, okay, so now all the folders can be placed with the all be will be naming depending on the numeric alphanumeric a b c, all in this order it is going to be created. If you want to create any folder on the top, then we need to specify with the special character, that is hash. Okay, with the hash. Any anyone have any questions till here? Anyone have any questions or any doubts
Yes,
till
sir.
here?
I have a
Yes,
small doubt, sir.
please.
Uh, in this main root folder,
Hmm.
we are creating some subfolders, right? Those
Yes.
subfolders are called as components or folders?
No.
I
Components are
didn't
different.
understand
No,
that one.
yeah, components are different. Don't think, don't combine those components with the folders. Folders is, for
Okay.
example, I will tell you. Okay. For example, Sirisha is there, Rashmi is there, Prasanna is there, Parvati is there. Okay, they are all working in a single company. They are no, these four people are working in a TCS. Okay, TCS. Now Sirisha wants to work on her individually. Okay, she wants to create her placeholder, and in that particular place she wants to work. And Rashmi is there. Rashmi wants to create her place, and she wants to work in her place only. So in a single if everyone wants to work in individually, then they can create no, folders on their name and they can work, right? For example, here one, if you are working for TCS, in the TCS, you are working for orders integration. Okay, orders integration, you are working for invoice integration, you are working for some inventory integrations. Okay, like here you can create a folder like orders like integrations. Okay, orders integrations. So now here you can go and you can create whatever the integrations which comes under the orders, related orders. You can create no, this under this folder you can work, right? Okay, now I want to create a invoice. I want to okay, under this again I want to create one more folder like a invoice. Okay, now invoice integrations, I want to do invoice integrations. I can go and I can do no, I can create integrations which are related to invoice. I can work under the invoice. It's just a folder. We are creating one folder. Under folder we can create the integrations. Okay, integrations and
Okay.
components. Don't think about components. I will explain you components separately. Just don't bring the
Okay, okay.
components into this folders. Okay, I'm talking about
Sure.
only specifically folders. Okay, only the
Okay.
folders. Okay, so folders are
Okay.
nothing but placeholders, like like it's a kind of a, I mean, heading. Okay, under that particular India is there. Under India, you know different states are there. Okay, this India is a root folder. Okay, India root folder. Okay, Telangana, AP, okay, Maharashtra, Mumbai, I mean, Tamil Nadu, Bangalore, all these different states are with there. States are nothing but a folders. Okay, for example, AP is there. AP is a different government, is is doing his work. Okay, Telangana is there. Telangana is a different government is doing his work. Okay, Karnataka is there. Karnataka is the different government is doing his work, right? So folders are nothing but a kind of placeholders. Okay, under this we have different integrations. I will explain you how. Okay, different components we have, how we can create those components, how we can work on that. Now we can discuss. Till here, anyone have any questions? Yes, anyone have any questions, or anyone have any doubts, or anyone not understood anything? It is very very important. Okay, so creating the folders, creating the components, okay, are all very very important. Yes. Okay, okay, if you don't have
Uh,
anything, now
uh,
we'll. Yeah, please.
Gargi here. This will come under build components.
Build.
Build
Sorry,
components.
build components, this one.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't get you. Can you tell, can you ask
I
again?
mean, these folders you are creating, right? This will come under build.
Yes, see, right now we are in under the build. Okay, right now we are in the build
Okay,
tab. Under the build tab, we have a component explorer. Okay, under the component
okay,
explorer, we can create a folders and we can create the components. Okay, so this is my
okay,
root folder. Okay, this is my root folder. Under
okay,
root folder, we can create a subfolders. Like under subfolder, also we can create n number of subfolders. Okay, we can
okay.
create and in the and the main we cannot delete or copy or move the root folder.
Uh,
Okay, we can
Okay,
delete, or
Pavan,
we can copy or this
Pavan,
subfolder.
okay, okay.
this root folder, it's default created, right?
Yes, yes, that is what I
No
told you,
need
right?
to create
Whenever,
that root. Yes. Mm.
no, whenever we are creating this
Okay.
account, okay, whenever we are creating this account from Bhumi, okay, depending on your account name, while creating the account, it will ask some details, right? Okay, you will give some
Yes.
details, like depending on the details, this root folder is going to create automatically. This root folder is going to be created automatically.
Only we need to create the root. Only we need to create the folders. Under that folder, we need to work on integrations, right?
Exactly. So depending on your business entities, business, or depending on your no, this root folders will also follow. We need to follow the company standards. Each company will follow different standards. We need to follow those standards. But basically, we can create the folders like this. Okay, we'll click on this. Here we have a new folder. You can create this folder name. You can, whatever the naming convention you want to give, you can give the name and you can create. So whatever the folders which we are creating, all will be placed. Okay, depending on the alphanumeric order, it will be placed on the order alphanumerically. And we cannot delete the main folders, or we cannot move, or we cannot copy this root folder. Okay, under the this subfolders can be delete, can be moved, can be copied. Okay, clear? Till here, anyone have any questions before I move forward? Yes, before I move forward, anyone have any questions or any doubt?
No.
Okay, okay, perfect. If you don't have anything, now we'll move forward and we'll discuss about the components. So here we have a here we have a new component and new folder, right? So now we discussed about folder. Now we are going to be discuss about component. Now focus components. Now exactly actual integration we are starting now. Actual integration, actual development, actual work we are starting now. Focus now. Focus. Okay, so now component. What do you mean by component? Component, components. Okay, components are components are the reusable. Okay, components are the reusable entities. Reusable entities. Okay, so once we create this component, we can once we create the component, we can reuse across the account. Okay, once we create the component, we can reuse across the account. Okay, across the account level. Okay, across the account level, we can reuse that particular. Okay, this components is nothing but a net is like blocks. Okay, blocks are bricks. Okay, blocks are bricks. So to build our wall, you need bricks, right? You need bricks, you need cement, you need sand, you need water. All these are all kind of components. These are all components. We will mix them and we will build the wall. Same way we will combine such a way to build our integrations. To build the integration, these components are required. To we will arrange them in a manner, in such manner to start to ending to complete the integration. Okay, basically these components are the reusable entities. Once we create this component, we can reuse across the account. Okay, it's kind of blocks. Okay, how we can create the components, now we can see. Okay, now here, for example, now here you can create the component. If you are creating this component, it will be placing under the root folder. So now, for example, if you are working in batch 8, right? If you are working in a batch 8, this is our batch 8. Okay, now I want to create a component under this batch 8. You can create from here. Okay, if you are creating this component will be placed under the batch 8 only, under the batch 8. Okay, so now we have a different components. Okay, we have a different components like a process, we have a profile. Okay, we have a profile, we have a connection, we have a connection, we have a operation, we have a operation like the we have a CRT table, cross reference table. Okay, we have a CRT like this. We have a different components. Okay, we'll discuss each and every component type. Okay, if you click on this create a component, if you are, click on the create a component, you can see here all components: API proxy, API service, communication channel, connection. Okay, connection, connector operation, cross reference table. No, these are all different. Okay, these are all different components we have in the Boomi. Okay, using them we are going to integrate the integration. We are start the integration, we will build the integration. Okay, so we now, so process, these are all the components. Okay, so now create a process. Create. So now why we are going with the process component? Okay, now the components are the reusable. Okay, the components are the reusable entities. Okay, once we create this component, we can reuse across the account level, account level. And we have the components like nothing but a bricks. Now we have different components. Okay, now process is a component. So now process, focus here. So now process is a component. Process is the core component in Boomi. Without, very important, without process component, without process component, we cannot build any integration. So if you want to build any integration, we can start with the process component. Process component is a core component. Without core component, we cannot start or we cannot build any integration. If you want, it is a kind of starting point. We need a one starting point, right? To start anything, to build anything, or to construct anything, to start to do anything, we need a one kind of starting point. Without the starting point, we cannot start anything. So process is a core component which is considered as a starting point our to build our integrations. To build any integrations, process is a core component. Without core component, we cannot start any integration. Okay, while creating while creating the process component, automatically the start shape will going to be created will be creating automatically. The start shape is going to be create. Okay, so I told you, right, we need one. Okay, we need one starting point, right? We need one starting point. That starting point will be indicates the start of our integration, right? So whenever if you are creating the process component, this process component created, when we creating, automatically the start shape is going to be created. Okay, so now if you come here, so now here the start shape is main shape that begins the process flow. It is automatically added to each new process and it cannot be removed. Okay, see here, automatically it is saying that automatically added to each new process. Now we created a new process, right? We created a new process. When we are creating a new process component, the start shape is automatically created. Okay, see, okay, now this is a shapes palette, right? This is a shapes palette. This is a canvas, right? This is a canvas. Okay, this is a process canvas. When we are creating the component, okay, if I save, here we have a save button. if i save if I save now, this new process saved successfully. New process saved successfully, right? So now see here, new process, one process under the batch 8, under the batch 8 folder, process one component. Okay, one process, new process is a component, right? This is my process name. I mean component name. Whatever the component which we are working, the name will be displayed here. Now I can say I can say POC1. Okay, POC1. POC is nothing but proof of concept. Okay, proof of concept. Okay, POC1. If I save this, see, if I save this, I'm giving the naming convention. One more thing, very very important. That is, whenever if you are working, whenever if you are working for any integration, we need to follow these naming conventions. We need to give the proper naming conventions, because these naming conventions will be very important. For example, I'm a client. I don't know the integration. I don't know the Boomi, how it looks like, how we can work on Boomi. We don't know. But by seeing this naming convention, by seeing this naming convention, simply we get to know, okay, this integration doing something. Okay, this doing something like that, we get to know, right? So we need to follow this naming conventions. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so now I given a POC. If I save this, if I clicking on the save, now you can see here the name, component name is changed. The component name is changed. Yes or no? So if I will give something like this, process underscore okay, employee data something, integration, some sync emp data, like I'm giving sync employee data. So if I save this, now you can see here the name is changing. This is my component. Okay, whatever the naming I'm giving to the my particular component, it is changing. Okay, right now which component I am working on? Right now on which component I am working? Right now on which component I am working? Yes,
Start.
process, right?
Process.
Process synchronize
Process. Yes,
employees.
process is a component right now which I am working. Now you can see here process. Here you can see the process. So on, but no, on which folder, or sorry, on which component we are working, that the component name you can see here. Okay, on the component name you can see here. Okay, component name you can see here. For example, I want to create one more folder, one more component. Let's say I'm going to create I want to create some database profile. Let's say database profile is my component. Okay, creating a component. Component name is database profile. Create here. Okay, now you can see here database profile is a component name. Okay, now I want to change this name, some db underscore profile something. So I'm giving some naming conventions. If I click on the save, now you can see here component name is the database profile. Under this profile component, this is a component which we created, db profile. So this is, so right now we are in which folder, I mean which component, sorry, right now we are in which component?
Database.
Database
Database
profile.
Database.
profile.
Database.
Database profile component, right? This is how we can see. Okay, now I want to close. Here we have a cross button, click on this cross button, close. Okay, if you want to close that particular component, you can click cross. Okay, now I want to save it, click on save. Now see here, process sync emp data saved successfully. Okay, so now whenever we are creating the, whenever if we are creating the core component, that is the process component, automatically the start shape is going to be created. Okay, so now process component is the core component which is orchestrate orchestrate the all orchestrates all other all other components and shapes. Okay, it is going to be orchestrate. So what I told you, when, if you remember, when I'm explaining the, what do you mean by orchestration? If you remember,
Combine.
orchestration is nothing but a combining different distinct set of data into a single data, right? Single set of data, right? We are combining different set of data into a single set. Okay, same way to achieve our integration, we need to start okay, we need to start, we need to add end shape, let's say stop shape here. In between, we need to connect with the different different, in between we will do lot of actions, we need to perform lot of actions, we need to add lot of logics, lot of conditions, lot of things we need to add. Okay, this all can be orchestrated by process component. This all things can be orchestrated by process component. Okay, so now process component is a core component which is orchestrate all other components and shapes. Okay, and while creating this start shape. Okay, so now till here, anyone have any questions or any doubts? Anyone have any questions or any doubts? Yes.
No.
Okay, so now I told you that see, so this start shape is going to be automatically created when the process is created. Even if you search in the shapes palette, whether is no start shape, start shape is available now. So you can see there is no result, which means the start shape is automatically created when we are going to create the process component. So now now if you click on this. Okay, so now the start shape is the main shape that begins the process flow. It automatically added to each new process. Okay, so when we are creating the start shape process component, automatically the start shape is created. Again, now start shape. Okay, start shape. It indicates the start of the flow or process or, okay, these technical words are very important. Okay, so it indicates the start of the flow or process or integration. Guys, these technical words are very important. Flow or process or integration, we'll call them integration. Okay, so we cannot, okay, cannot we cannot create or delete the start shape. Okay, we cannot delete or we cannot start no create the start shape. So when we are creating the start shape, automatically when we are creating the subprocess component, automatically start shape is created, right? So if you see here, if I click on if I put my cursor on the start shape, it's it's showing configure, it's showing only the configure. So same way, if I click on, if I put my cursor on the stop shape, you can see copy or remove. Remove means delete, and copy, copy means you can copy it, but we cannot delete or copy, we cannot create or delete or copy the start shape. Okay, we cannot copy the start shape or we cannot delete the start shape, just we will going to be configure. Okay, here here we can see. Okay, so start shape will have four types of, okay, four types. Start shape will have four types. Okay, you can see here, connecting type, connector, second one is trading partner, and third one is no data type or else data pass through, and the fourth one is no data type. Okay, so if you click on this, you have a connector type, trading partner, data pass through, and no data type. Okay, we will discuss each and every
Process
type.
mode is
Okay, we
nothing
will,
but,
sorry,
Pavan, process
yeah,
mode.
yeah,
What is,
I will explain you later. Okay, I will explain you
okay,
this
okay.
process. We have a different modes like a general mode, we have a general mode, low latency mode, bridge mode. We have a three types of modes. Okay, we later
Okay,
will discuss. Okay, at the end of the
sure.
sessions, like after deploying, managing, everything is completed. After 30 sessions or 40 sessions completed, then we'll come to the these modes. Okay,
Okay, sure.
I will explain it, don't worry. Okay, now focus on the start ship. So the start ship have a four types. One is a connected type, trading partner, data pass through, and node type. Okay, so we'll discuss each and every type. Generally we'll go with the no data type. Okay, generally we'll create a no start shape with the no data type. Okay, so start shape with the no data type. Here you can give the naming convention. Okay, start of the flow. Okay, these giving these naming conventions are very very important, guys. Okay, if you are not giving proper naming conventions, are it is very difficult to see and find out the things. Okay, give proper naming conventions. Okay, even it will reflects you. Okay, no, it will other persons no, yes, this particular no developer knows the Boomi and he worked on Boomi, like that they will think if you are following these proper naming conventions. Okay, now you can see here, start of the flow, here display name. Okay, display name, whatever the name we are giving, that name will be display under the shape. Okay, if you are not giving any name, if you are not giving any name, the shape name will be displayed. Okay, if I am not giving any name here, okay, and you can see here, start with the node data type, that particular shape name will be displayed, okay. So anyone have any questions or any doubt till here? Okay, so now you can see here, this is my process is a component which I right now I am working. Process is a core component. Okay, and here the folder. Okay, folder means where exactly we are creating. Okay, it is the main directory. Okay, we are working on main folder. Under main folder we created a subfolder, and this folder we are working right now, we are working on this folder. Okay, now we want to copy this particular path, copy this folder path, you can copy, click on copy, here copied. Okay, now show where, show in a component explorer. If you click on this, here it is showing in the component explorer here. Okay, now if you want to select any folder, or if you want to move, you can move it. Okay, you can move. Now you can select that and you can move it. Okay, and this is a notes. Okay, description. Okay, if you want to give any description particular this about this integration. Okay, let's say this integration, like this integration. Okay, integration between between Salesforce and okay, disk something you can give. Okay, whatever the okay, you can give the some description, what exactly, what is the purpose of doing this integration, what is the purpose of developing this integration. If you want to give, if you want to give some description about this integration, you can give simply. Now you can see this description. Okay, close. Here you can see this integration between Salesforce and database, you can see the description over here. Okay, like this you can see. Okay, and here we have a some, okay, library is a process library. If you click on this process library, like this is a where it is a kind of library. Okay, it is a kind of library. If you want to find, get anything, if you want to any integrations as a reference, you can get it from here. Okay, there is a lot of integrations, as it's a kind of library. Okay, and here it is a, okay, here it is a component explorer. This is my component explorer. Okay, click on this, closing, open. And here if you want to create a new folder or new component, directly you can create from here also. Okay, but it is not a best practice. Okay, if you want to create a new component from here also, you can create new, click on this. Okay, you can create a this so when we are creating this component from here, it is going to create under the main folder. Whenever you are creating the component from here, it is going to be created under the main folder, but it is not a best practice. Whenever you are working, if you want to work on any folder, go to that folder and create the components under that particular folder. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Anyone have any questions or any doubts, or anyone not still here? Please ask.
So, just a moment, sir. और रहता वन लास्ट टू क्लासेस गार्गी जो आप अभी कल और आज का क्लास